Today we will discuss the next part of the Indian economy, this second chapter, Indian economy 1950 to 1990. Already discussed in the last in two classes. In the first class we discussed the primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector, and the three types of economy: socialist economy, capitalist economy and mixed economy. Then why planning commission was established, when planning commission was established, who is the chairman of planning commission, already we discussed, and the goal of 5-year plan. So next part is there, or next concept is there, green revolution. So what is green revolution, and why green revolution is necessary, and why green revolution was implemented, that we will see one by one. Green revolution. Green revolution refers to large increase in the production of food grains by using HYV, seeds, fertilizers, pesticides and irrigation facility. I'll explain once again. Green revolution means large increase in the production of food grains. HYV seeds means, already discussed in the last class, high yielding variety seeds. High yielding variety seeds means those seeds which give large production or large quantity of the food grains like rice and wheat. It is called as a green revolution. Green revolution means increase the production of food grains by using HYV seeds, means high yielding variety seeds, or fertilizers, pesticides and irrigation facilities. It is called as a green revolution. Now why green revolution was implemented and why green revolution is necessary, we'll see one by one. First is the food security. Food security means, this is very important, when before independence and after independence also we are facing the shortage of foods, means we are importing rice or other products like food grains from the other countries. But after independence of the sum of the year, means when the Sharad Pawar become a Krishi Mantri, agriculture minister, that time to till today we are exporting rice. Before independence we are importing the product like rice and wheat. That's why food security means green revolution is needed. Before independence and after independence also we are importing the rice and wheat from the other countries. But when the Sharad Pawar became the agriculture minister, that time to till today we are exporting the rice from the other countries. That's why food security is necessary. A second important is to improve the irrigation facilities. Whatever irrigation facilities are there, in 1951 only 17% our land is the under irrigated. Means under irrigated means there are two types of land: irrigated and non-irrigated land. Irrigated land means where water is available, and non-irrigated land means there is no water, means like ups and downs land is there, means like crops is totally depend on the rainfall. But in the irrigated land it's not like that. Means in the irrigated land we will provide the water supply is there, we have borewell and we have well. That is what is the irrigation facility. So that should be improved irrigation facility in the green revolution. So in 1951, in the year 1951 means after independence, after 4 years only 70% land was under irrigated. So irrigation facilities are there two types. There are sprinkler irrigation and Tipak Sinchan. Sprinkler irrigation means like shower type water will come, and Tipak Sinchan means small drops will come. That is what is a drip irrigation. Sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation. Third is improvement in the techniques of production. Improvement in the techniques of production means whatever still till today we are using the old method of production. Means whatever we are using the old traditional method, that should be improved. Means new techniques should be used for the production, like in the agriculture we should be use tractor, JCBs, we should be extract the borewell, we should be construct the well. That is what is the improvement in the new techniques of the production. Next is self-reliance. Self-reliance means we avoid the imports, avoid the totally imports, because like we are importing like machineries, means new techniques like mobiles, new machineries, and what we are exporting low quality products and importing high quality products. What we are exporting like rice, wheat, spicy items, and what we are importing like mobile, tractors and other machineries, that we are importing. That is called as a self-reliance. Self-reliance means we should be import. We should be cancel the imports, means we should be totally avoid the imports. That is called as a self-reliance. Next is the marketed surplus. Marketed surplus means the proportion of agriculture produces which is sold in the market. Means marketed surplus means the proportion of agriculture market is sold in the market. Like what is proportion? We'll see agriculture marketed surplus means proportion of agriculture produces which is sold in the market. So what is meant by proportion? Suppose you have 2 acre of land and we are producing the, suppose within 2 acre 40 bags of rice. Means this 40 bags, you have 2 acre of land and we are producing the 40 bags of rice. Now what is meant by proportion? Marketed surplus means proportion of agriculture produces which is sold in the market. Now you have 2 acre of land, okay, and in this 2 acre of land you are producing the 40 bags of rice. In this 40 bags, all 40 bags you are not selling in the market, okay. Suppose your family members are there 5, means how much rice you want to eat the whole year, that you are kept in the home. Suppose 40 bags is there, means 15 bags. 15 bags we are kept in the home to eat whole year, and 25 bags we are selling in the markets. So this is called the proportion. Proportion of agriculture produces which is sold in the market. It is called as a marketed surplus. Marketed surplus means proportion of agriculture produces which is sold in the market. So this is the proportion. We are producing the 40 bags of rice. We have 2 acre of land. We are producing 40 bags of rice. We have kept 15 bags in the home to eat for the whole year, and 25 bags they are selling in the market. It is called the proportion of agriculture market is which is sold in the market. So that is called as the green revolution is implemented. First is food security. Second, to improve the irrigation facility. Third one, improvement in the new techniques of production, self-reliance, and last one is marketed surplus. Next concept is the subsidy. What is subsidy and why subsidy is needed? What is subsidy and why subsidy is needed to the poor people? Subsidy means a government given a financial help to the poor people to purchase different equipment. Subsidy means government given a financial help to the poor people to purchase different equipment. Different equipment means suppose a particular person is there, farmers, and this a person wanted to purchase a new tractor, and suppose a tractor price is there like 5 lakh rupees. 5 lakh rupees. Then in this 5 lakh, suppose the government given 10% subsidy. 10% subsidy. So 5 lakh 10% is how much? 50,000. 50,000. So 50,000 is the subsidy. 50,000 is the subsidy, means 4.5 lakh, means 4 lakh 50,000 that person should pay to purchase the tractor. That is what is the subsidy. Now why subsidy is needed? Sometimes poor people are facing so many problems. They are taking rent from the zamindars and others, jagirdars. Means those people are there, they are taking from the societies and banks also. That time government are help to the people, means government gives subsidy to the people to purchase different equipment. Suppose you wanted to construct a borewell, or that time also government given subsidy, lump sum amount given the subsidy. So subsidy is very important, means subsidy is needed to every farmers, to poor people. Subsidy means government given a financial help. Government not given a direct financial help will not given. See here, 5 lakh tractor price is there. 10% subsidy is there. Within 10%, 50,000 will be less. Government will not give the 50,000 in your hand. Government will cut, means minus the 50,000 rupees in this total amount. So we have to pay 4 lakh 5,000. This is not the actual price because this is a hypothetical example. Because tractor price is there more than 7 lakh. This is a hypothetical example is there. So 5 lakh tractor price is there. 10% subsidy is there. Within 10%, 50,000 subsidy. So 5 lakh minus 50,000 means 4 lakh 50,000 we should be paid. Understood?